Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-October reading. This is good from now until mid-November. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any areas of resistance, and of course, advice from spirit. So let's see what we have coming up for you. Distant thunder, clear the air. And dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. Okay, so, this is the energy of there are some things in your life that need to be cleared out, right? It's like spring cleaning, fall cleaning. This can be mindsets that you have. It could be patterns of behavior. It could be conversations that you need to have with other people. But whatever this is, it's kind of cluttering. It's kind of causing you to fragment your energy. It's clouding your clarity about something. And then you have dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. This is understanding that this is a time to be compassionate. There could be something that's going on in your life and you're kind of like focusing on something that is difficult, okay, or a conversation that you want to have with somebody, but it's like you have the angst inside of you, but there's this energy of having a gentle touch when it comes to whatever the situation is. To me, this is a little bit like, especially if you're like trying to negotiate a contract at this time, whether that's a legal contract or you're trying to, renegotiate your salary at work, or you're trying to negotiate something with a family member or a friend, like there's some conflict that you may have in your life, or say you're trying to sell your house or buy your house and there's, this back and forth type of energy. It could be a little bit cluttering your mind, okay? You're focusing perhaps a little bit on what it is that you want out of this situation, but also focusing on what the other person isn't giving you, right? And it's a little bit more of an energy of coming with a gentle touch, right? Of being kind of compassionate. Allowing perhaps a little bit of a win-win solution here. Yeah, there's something that you're having to cut back at this time. Chop wood. So that is the energy of, we prune trees for a reason. We cut back limbs that are kind of like dead or diseased, or taking up too much time and energy, nutrients from the tree so that the tree can't grow as healthy as it would like to grow. When we trim the tree back, okay, we're chopping back the dead wood, the things that are no longer really helping the tree to grow. When we cut that off, then the whole tree is much more healthy. And I feel like that is exactly what you're kind of doing at this time. You're kind of concentrating on the dead wood instead of just cutting it off and saying, okay, that dead wood, I don't need that anymore. And allowing something to grow to a bigger thing, So if it's a business, say you have your own business, right? You might want to, look at your finances and see, okay, where's the dead weight, the dead wood in your budget? Perhaps you need to eliminate an employee, or you need to find a better, person to perhaps buy some of your materials or something from. There's something here that you need to clear out. There's some dead wood that you are needing to really focus on and prune it back so that you can have more success in whatever it is that you're wanting. I feel like there's either a person or a situation that is draining you of your time and energy, and you're kind of like allowing that to be drained instead of just cutting it off and saying, okay, I've given what I can give to that. Having either a healthier boundary with that person or situation, or just allowing it to leave your life. Yeah, you're seeing clearly. This is good. You're seeing very clearly about what it is. You have the knight, the King of Swords, seeing clearly what needs to go and knowing that this is causing you a lot of conflict. I feel like you don't understand how much this is draining your time and energy. You're allowing yourself to deal with something that is just really draining you. And it's time to cut it out. So say you are trying to sell your home, right? And you have a buyer, but the buyer just keeps coming back and is wanting more and more, right? And you're focusing on the angst in this situation. It may be that that's just not the buyer for you, right? It may be that you're staying too long in a situation that is just draining you of your time and energy. Whereas if you said to that buyer, hey, it looks like we're not going to be able to make a deal, and you went and you focused on trying to attract in a new buyer, then you would have the success that you need, right? Or you're desiring. There's something here that is just having you kind of spin your wheels and not see the success that you're wanting. But as soon as you trim it back, right, and allow that to leave, then all of a sudden you have new people, new situations coming onto your path. And that's what I love about this. There's something about finding peace, okay? And you have this sacred temple. This is part of your spiritual path of allowing yourself to let go of people and situations that are not in alignment with what it is that your heart truly desires. The true love card is loving yourself and loving the situation, having more of a win-win situation. There's something here that is not win-win for you, okay? And it's just understanding, okay, I've got to go in a different direction. But for some reason, you're not allowing yourself to do that. It's about having a little bit of compassion. Yeah, it's the emotions. It's the emotions of this. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go back to maybe you're trying to sell your house, right? And you have a buyer that comes in, right? And you're like, yes, I got to sell this house so that I can go buy my dream house. Because you have the 9 of Cups and the World card. Maybe you're wanting to move somewhere. So oh, I have a buyer, and you're going back and forth trying to negotiate the sale with this buyer that comes in, the very first buyer, and you're kind of like, yeah, I got to make this work so I can move on to what it is that I want. But this person, okay, is draining you of your time and your energy, perhaps even financially, because you're just kind of like focusing on, I just have to make this work so I can go towards what it is that I want. But you're emotionally getting drained by this situation. It's looking at the situation and saying to yourself, is this really the best situation for me? Is this the person I really want to deal with? Or am I better off to cut my losses at this point, right? And go in a new direction, go more towards what will help me to acquire what it is that I truly want. Perhaps you let that first buyer go, and then you attract in a second buyer that's willing to pay you more for your home, which allows you to perhaps buy new furniture for your house that you didn't think you'd be able to afford, or something like that. There's something about looking at what is causing you, okay? And it could be just the emotions. I feel like you're almost like so emotionally wanting to go in a new direction that you're putting up with something that you think you have to put up with, or dealing with someone or some situation that you think you have to deal with in order to go where it is that you want. It's time to cut your losses. It's time to say, no, that's not going to help me to get where it is that I want to go. So let's take a look at your area of resistance, your obstacle. Yeah, there's something here about feeling very blessed, okay? Of looking at the good in situations, okay? Of understanding that you are going. See how she's kind of like floating along on that beautiful golden orb. Understanding that you're going towards something that you really and truly want, but you're fragmenting your own energy because you're allowing someone to distract you from what it is that you want. Okay, let's go back to the house. Okay, you're trying to sell your house, and the first buyer only wants to nitpick what they don't like about your house. So they keep negotiating and talking about what they don't like about your house. Meanwhile, right, you're starting to have negative energy around your own house because you feel like, oh, well, this buyer doesn't like my house. But perhaps that buyer, that your house is just not for that buyer. It's time to go towards someone that does appreciate your house, that is willing to pay the price that you are asking for your house, to move towards that new buyer, of cutting out the dead wood of somebody that doesn't appreciate it. Yeah, because your advice is that you're blocking what it is that you truly want, a win-win situation. I don't feel like you want all of it, but it's almost like you're over-compromising in this situation in order to move towards what it is that you want down the line. Yeah, kind of interesting, Leo. I feel like it's because you're so emotionally wanting something that's on down the line, right? That you're allowing something to temporarily kind of clutter, okay? Clutter your mind, clutter your clarity, and making a good win-win decision, in this situation. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a soul truth card for you. And Leo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? Yeah. How do you feel your day? Stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. And this is fulfillment. And I feel like that is what you're looking at. You're understanding that you are being distracted by things that really aren't in alignment with what it is that you want. And you're allowing your anxiety, your anger, your frustration about that to cloud your clarity about just how blessed this situation is, and that you are moving towards what it is that you truly want for yourself. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.